Hi, my name is Robert. This video is designed to give you step-by-step detailed instructions on completing the task at hand. Please read the comments in the About section of this video. It has valuable information and updates. My YouTube channel has a disclaimer video that I encourage you to watch. And please like, share, and subscribe. I hope you found what you're looking for. Thank you very much for watching.
In this video, we're going to get a windshield replaced in this Volvo S70, but this applies to most of your older cars because it's easy to source used windshields. As you can tell, this one has cracks and road chips. It has about 8 road chips and 4 cracks. So we're going to get it pulled out and replaced with a used one.
I actually found a spotless Volvo windshield in the local salvage yard, and I found a guy that doesn't mind pulling and installing used windshields. A lot of places they only want to install new windshields that they supply.
Now, I called around and price checked with several glass companies. The least expensive glass was about $180 new with a lifetime warranty on leaks and road chips. And then the next shop above that was $225, then $258 plus tax, stuff like that. Well, I found a guy in the area, and I'm in Cincinnati right now, that does used installs. So I met him at the salvage yard. He pulled a windshield out of a vehicle at the salvage yard, cleaned it up, installed it in this vehicle, and we're good to go. He guarantees them for leaks. You know, that's kind of taking a risk when you're dealing with used glass, but the salvage yard gives a 30-day on the glass. If anything happens to it, they'll give you another one. And he says he stands behind his work. Now, the guy I contacted and is willing to do the used glass install has been in the glass business for some 30 years. So I'd rather have somebody that has that kind of experience installing the glass than a guy with 30 days experience installing the glass. And this guy didn't need me to remove any trim work or anything like that, although I did have to remove these side trims on the side, pop them up. He did everything else, and he would actually do that himself. So he charged $100 on the labor. He put a seal on the top for 10 bucks. The salvage yard charged $32 and some change for the windshield. So for less than $145, I got this windshield replaced.
These are the tools and equipment you need if you're going to attempt this windshield replacement by yourself.
So this is how you get your glass chiseled out. Power tool here. So he's cutting that glass loose from the seal and frame. It's all right. Still cutting it out, coming down the bottom of it. Okay, after the windshield is out, you're left with this thick bead of sealant. And that's what you're cutting. That's what the guy was cutting with that electric chisel. If you use a wire method and you're able to cut it out with the wire, that's what you're left there. And surprisingly enough to me, he didn't have to pull the none of the trim or anything from around the frame of the window. So this is the windshield that was pulled out of the car in the yard. He's got it set up to clean as much of the old sealant off and prep it to go into the car. Now, you can either go buy this sealant that you see somebody laid in here and rolled it out so that the window can set on it and then set the window on it, or you can get a caulking gun, full-size caulking gun, and cut as much of this out, lay a nice thick bead of the caulk all the way around the window, and the cowling that sits here on the Volvo actually cups that windshield. you set the new windshield in or the replacement glass in to that cowling. That cowling will hold it in place. You lay the window down on the frame, and you really don't have to press, but you can press a little bit, and that cowling will hold the window in place. Then you pull it right or left as you need to so that it's aligned. Let that window sit for a day or two without putting any pressure on it. Now, the guy that installed ours on our red car, he told me to crack a window like this. If you have a sunroof, you could vent the sunroof, and when you close the door gently, because you don't want to put a closing, popping pressure on that window that'll cause that window to kind of pop up. So while that glue is setting for a day or so, you don't want to be closing doors, putting pressure, upward pressure on the windshield. Crack a couple of windows, vent your sunroof. You may want to check the weather. Don't do the windshield when you're going to have rain or snow. Wait till you're going to have 2 or 3 days of uninterrupted weather. Put that windshield in, caulk it in, and be done with it. The good thing about the entire process is the salvage yard had 2 similar Volvos with no damage on either of the windshields. One of them actually had a Volvo glass in it, which I selected. The guy said that was a good call because he said these windshields are thicker than normal. There was another good quality glass in another vehicle that was spotless. And there was a third Volvo that had a spotless glass 2 days ago. Somebody cracked the glass over the weekend. So I found a spotless Volvo glass to have installed in here. Had I would have went with a local installer, I would have ended up with an aftermarket glass that may not have been as good as a Volvo glass. Nonetheless, $185 plus tax, I'd have probably been up around $200. So I saved at least $55, $60 on getting this used glass.
If you feel that this information was useful, please like it and share it with your social media friends. You can subscribe to my channel so that you will get notifications of future videos that I post. You can follow me on Twitter, and if you need to contact me directly, please visit my website. And if you have any questions, leave them below, and someone or myself will reply to them. Again, thank you very much for watching.